In 2020, while the rest of the world was slowing down, today's guest was firing up the ovens. Starting as a kid with a love for dough, he's now a junior pizza master and the owner of his very own pizza shop, Rocco's Pizza. He's a young entrepreneur with a vision and skills to back it up. Let's get into the kitchen with Chef Rocco. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's get started with the beginning of your story. And I know that, I've looked at the Instagram page and I've kind of followed your journey, and you got into pizza at like a very young age.
Younger than most 15-year-olds.
Yeah, for sure. Like I saw your first pictures and you were making pizzas like much younger than 15.
Yeah. So I started making pizzas back in, when was it? 2022?
2020.
2020. So I started cooking in lockdown 2020 because, there was nothing much to do. So my mum decided to let me use the kitchen because, it'd be something good. At first she was a bit, she's a bit cautious because I could set the house on fire, but she got used to it. And I think the first thing I ever made was chicken. It doesn't look amazing, but it actually tasted quite good. So my mum thought, you know what, why don't we let him do this? So I started cooking more and more things, from chicken to burgers to gnocchi to different varieties of food I made sushi around the world. And then I decided to make pizzas, and they didn't start off amazing, but you build up on that. So I think it was Christmas
2020.
Christmas 20, got a Gosney rock box, a little, and so I started experimenting with that. At first, to be honest, I had no clue what I was doing. I was like eyeing the dough, but I got better and better and better. I started using different recipes. I started learning about fermenting the dough, how to store the dough, how to make a good pizza, and how to make it consistent. And I've just built it up and up from there. And right now, I've got a long way to go, but I'm much better than I was when I started.
Yeah, your pizzas look pretty incredible now. So, of all the foods, why do you feel like you were kind of like attracted to pizza?
I think it's because with pizza, it's like an art. You can always build up on it. There's so many different variations of pizza, from New York pizza, deep dish pizza, Neapolitan pizza. So it's interesting to find the specific type of pizza you like and just build up in it, because each variation is so different in its own way.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense. Your story really resonated with me because my daughter is 18. She's about to be 19, but when she was younger, she was very gifted at baking and cooking. And I had probably a very similar situation to your mom, where I needed to, she was young and I needed to be careful, but also she was very good at baking and was baking 3-layer cakes when she was like 8, 9, 10 years old.
Amazing. Fabulous. I think for me, he'd always had this talent since he was little. You could see his passion for food. I'm half Italian, and we go to Italy, to a tiny little village every summer, and he'd rather eat chunks of Parmesan than a packet of crisps. So I could see there was something there. And obviously he was too young to let loose in the kitchen. When COVID struck, it was kind of like, oh, just let him get on with it. He's our only child. He's got nothing else to do. We didn't realize that actually he had a real talent. And before the pizzas came, he started with the dough, and he started making dough balls and selling them to the local community during COVID. And that's how we really sort of started on the dough journey and the pizza journey. And we realized that he wanted to do this. So we bought him a pizza oven for Christmas in 2020. But we definitely had no idea where this journey was going to take him. We didn't know whether it was just during the COVID, just a phase, but his passion, and every time he does it, I can see his passion for getting it better. And he wants to experiment every weekend with his dough, and he's got a real passion for it. And that's, we will support him for as long as he wants to carry this journey on, which I think will be going quite a long distance. So all very exciting.
That's incredible. Now, chef, tell me about, your dough. Do you use sourdough? What kind of dough do you make?
So I do not use sourdough. I use fresh yeast, Tipo 00 flour, salt and water, just a simple Neapolitan base for dough. I let it ferment sometimes I do it for 12 hours, sometimes 24 hours. It depends. They give different flavors. Depends what you prefer. if you want more of a puffy dough, you'll do it 24 hours beforehand, or even you can do it 48 hours beforehand. If you want it more crispy, you do it 8 hours, 12 hours before making the pizza.
Yeah, your dough is very similar. So my family opened up a pizzeria in 1960. My grandfather opened it up. Yeah, they've been open a long time. And the dough that I've always made that my grandma taught me to make was the same dough you're talking about. It's just water, flour, yeast, some salt. Sometimes she put a little bit of sugar. And I really love that dough. I think it's a very fresh, amazing, nice dough to cook pizzas on.
It's not too complicated. It's nice and easy on the stomach. It's very light.
It's not salty either. And sometimes we go to some, pizza, we go out for pizza and you come back and you just want to drink, and because there's so much salt that they must put. I mean, I know this is the whole thing. I'm half Italian and I have no idea what goes into making one pizza. And now I've learned off Rocco, I can't make pizzas. I'm the sous chef, but I had no idea that the hard work, the patience, sometimes you can put them in the oven and they come out with holes in the dough. You could be using the same formula from one day to the next, but from one day to the next, they're completely different. And I feel like the recipe that he uses is a very light, fluffy, it's not too salty, and it doesn't make you, I think it's the basic Neapolitan,
Yeah.
like you say, like your grandfather that you've been brought up on. It's really, it's really good.
That's incredible. Now, where in Italy are you guys from?
In between Rome and Naples, in a small town called village called Rocco di Vandro, near Monte Cassino.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. So I think I was right near there. I spent almost all of October and half of November in Italy.
I,
So we were definitely around that area. And so basically, now, Chef, did you kind of learn from going to Italy, or is this just something that you've been practicing?
I have learned quite a bit from going to Italy because I've experienced different doughs and the what's it called? The flat pizza they've put in the normal ovens, like the square pizzas.
like
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
pizzas,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
The difference between those and Neapolitan pizzas, Roman pizza. But I've actually, to be honest, learned mainly from social media and YouTube
And practice, I think.
practice.
He's
Yeah.
also been in a couple of the really, really good pizzerias near the village in Italy. So they've been really kind and let him go into their kitchens to see how because they're both very different. And, so that he's been in since he was little. Well, when he was 11, I think it was, he went to one of the top little pizzerias near our village. And then he went to another one last October. And we've been to Naples a few times, haven't we? To a couple of really good pizzas. So he likes to sort of do his homework when we're in every summer, which is good.
That's great. I mean, that's one of the best things about the pizza community. And I found this too with just doing the podcast is people are so eager to let me come into their restaurant, let me come into their kitchen, interview, talk to them, tell me about what they do. And that's a really beautiful thing for someone who's learning to make pizzas, to have this community of like people that will support them and like show them their craft.
You have found that, haven't you? Everyone's
Definitely.
been really lovely with him, very accommodating, and even because he's so young, I think that sort of wants to bring them in even more because they want to teach him and they can also see his passion for what
Definitely.
for his pizzas. So yeah, I actually totally agree with that.
That's wonderful. Now, can you guys take me through the journey of becoming a junior pizza master?
So, I don't know where to start. So, to have a passion to begin with. If you don't have a passion, you're not going to get anywhere with it. You need to want to learn how to get better. You need to not get complacent. You need to not think your pizzas already are as good as it can be. You need to always think you can always do better. I mean, that way you'll never be satisfied, but you'll always be getting better. Set yourself goals and also don't compare yourself to other people, because if I started off comparing myself to Gino Sorbio or some of the best pizzaiolos in the world, then I probably wouldn't started. I mean, you got to compare yourself to the last time you ate pizza and get reviews from people. Also, you want to make sure people are honest with you, because if you get loads of people telling you, "Oh, your pizza's amazing," when it isn't, it's not gonna help. You want honesty, and you can build yourself up.
And I
Yeah.
think with his journey, he started delivering over to sort of, close family and friends. And then he decided 3 years ago, or was it 4 years ago, he wanted to try a takeaway service. So I was like, well, that's fine, but you're still only 11. Let's just do a, sort of dummy run with family, which he did. And I think it'll be 3 years this summer or 2 years this summer. He decided he really wanted to open a takeaway from home. And obviously we had to go through the whole laws and the regulations and the insurance and also the training, the allergy, the hygiene. So I had to sit through that with him because obviously he's under 18, but we got all of that in August 2024. He's done about 13 or 14 takeaway services because obviously he's still at school. So it's when we can during school holidays and weekends.
After around 3 large-scale events.
That started in
So
September, didn't it?
Wow.
And on Saturday night, he did his largest one for 80 people, which was incredible. I mean, I was very nervous because it was just him. And I can't make pizzas. We're there just to help cut the pizzas and serve them around. But honestly, he did the most incredible job. I mean, for a 15-year-old to single-handedly, throw out, but I think it was about 60, 70 pizzas, wasn't it?
60 or something.
For a 60th birthday party, and he got nothing but incredible feedback. So yes, it
Wow.
was, pretty amazing. I couldn't do it. So he's done it's been an amazing 5.5 years. It's a journey that started, we didn't know where it was going to end up, and we're very excited about the future. Well, he's very excited about the future, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. I actually saw your posts for the pizza you served over the weekend, and I was very impressed because that's a lot of pizzas to make in one night.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And it was very
Yeah.
cold.
No, it
It was
was
freezing.
-1.
Oh, no.
What? It's
It was a bit of a challenge with the sauce was freezing up as he was going. I mean, it was
the
all
cheese was
fine.
freezing.
It
Well, we
was,
kept it in the oven, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's all what's the word? It's all experience, isn't it? Every time you do one, you learn from, let's not do that this time or next time, but it all went great. It just started snowing when we finished. We were packing up and it was time to leave. I think at that point it was so cold. It was 2.5 hours in that sort of service, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. It's a real learning experience every time, isn't it?
definitely. Every single time. I mean, you get faced with challenges. Sometimes you'll start off and the pizzas won't work out. They'll get massive holes and you'll think, oh, it's going to be terrible. And the next ones will work out perfectly. And you just run on that roll.
I think another thing to say about Rocco is that when sort of on Saturday night, the first two he put in the oven, they had holes in. And I don't know what it is about pizzas. The first couple you put in, they always come out, the ones with the holes. So
Yeah.
I was kind of like, it's fine. It's all going to be fine. And the way he keeps so calm, he doesn't stress and he just gets on with it. And it always works out. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. You can't have a perfect service of 2.5 hours or, at the age of 15. But from what I saw from him, and I have done over the last 5 years, is that he has, he can deal with anything that's thrown at him, sort of thing. And yeah, it's he's very chilled and just got on with it, and everything was and all the pizzas after that were amazing, weren't they?
That's incredible. That's definitely the right attitude to have when you're cooking pizzas.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I've been faced with challenges over the years. Sometimes I've done a pizza service and I've only made 16, 20 doughs and I've had to make 16 pizzas and a couple mess up and you just have to improvise. You've got to find a way to fix the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably pretty quickly too.
Yeah, it's hard for me because I've got my own travel business. So that's what I've known for 30 years. And all of a sudden I'm finding myself in this crazy sort of food industry and doing pizza service. And it's just, some of the first event that he did was for one of my really good clients. So, and I was booking a holiday for him one day. And then a couple of days later, I'm standing in his back garden helping Rocco do 45 pizzas for his daughter's 18. So very surreal. And it's a crazy story, but it's amazing when you think about it. So I'm learning a lot as well as I go along, but this is a whole new industry for me, a whole new world. So yeah, it's crazy where life can take you sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely is. Now, I want to talk about, the types of pizzas. Do you make is it just a cheese pizza? Do you have specialty pizzas that you make?
So I make a variety. I make margarita pizza with fior di latte cheese. basil, parmesan, oil. What else I do? Pepperoni, fungi, anchovies. To be honest, a huge variety, but no pineapple. Definitely no pineapple.
Nope, that's right. No pineapple. I like that.
He has tried a few, these were like deep fried ricotta on pizza. He does do quite like roasted pepper pizzas, burrata, and pesto.
I think keeping it simple is the best.
Yeah. I think what we've
The more
learned,
simple, the better.
what we've learned when we do events is people do like the simple Neapolitan, margaritas, pepperoni, marinaras, mushroom, fungi pizzas. They like the simple. I think there's an acquired taste for, sort of having the different special toppings on a pizza. It's for a special, sort of, select few, I think, from what we've learned over the last couple of years. I mean, I love all the crazy toppings that you see on pizzas. I think, it's good that people are experimenting and finding different recipes for the pizzas. But he tries, he gets ideas in his head, and I find him on a Sunday morning in the kitchen with his dough mixer. And I'm kind of like, oh, not again. I have to start cleaning the dough up again off the kitchen top. But, he's experimenting and learning, and that's great. And we just support him.
That's incredible. And then as far as the pizzas that you guys eat, do you have one where this is my favorite pizza? Like, I know for me, like, I like a margarita pizza. Like, everywhere I go, that's what I get.
I like bresaola, ricotta. Have you heard of bresaola?
So beef
What
bresaola.
is that?
It's like
It's like it's a cured beef meat. It's like prosciutto but beef.
yeah, it's lovely.
It's
Oh,
very nice.
And
It's
it
very
sounds
good.
delicious.
yeah, it's good. We had it with ricotta, which is nice.
Ricotta, peppers, onions, olives. That's what I like.
Mm.
And I love, what's my favourite one? I'd say fungi with truffle oil. And there's one in Italy where we go to one of the pizzerias near to Rocco di Bandro called Jampa, which is one of my favourites. And they do like a meatball and aubergine pizza. It is absolutely unbelievable. I've never seen it anywhere else. It's absolutely fantastic. So that's my go-to when I go when I go to Italy. And there's another one as well, another pizzeria that we go to, the El Capriccio, which is they do some amazing toppings as well. So those two are our favourites. But I like the
No, that's
simplest of pizzas when I'm in the UK. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm with you. So when we were in Italy, one of the ones that I had tried, and it was the first time I tried it, it was a margarita pizza, but it had lemon.
Oh, okay. I've not seen that. I haven't seen
That could be quite good.
Yeah.
It was
So just like
so good.
slices of lemon or like drizzles over it, or
Just lemon kind of all over the crust and then some lemon zest.
ooh,
Oh, right.
I would say like sweet and sour kind of thing.
Some honey, that would be good.
Oh, yeah. No, I was surprised, and we're in the restaurant, and it was a family-owned place that had been there forever, and so the waiter said I said, "Always ask, 'What's your favorite pizza?'" And the waiter said, "Well, it's the margarita, but then we do the lemon." And I'm like, "Well, I've never tried it, so bring it out." And it was excellent.
Ah, we'll have to try that then. We'll
Whereabouts was that? Naples.
This was we were in Tuscany.
Nice.
Tuscany.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we went from Sardinia we went to Rome, Sardinia, and then we went to Milan, and then Cinque Terre, and then we were in Tuscany, and then we were back down in Rome, so it was like a full circle of places.
Amazing. Sounds fabulous. You will have to try that one.
Oh, yeah.
You have to do that. We'll let you know if we'll get that one sorted.
Now, as far as, like, the toppings, are there a lot of places where you are where you can get locally sourced ingredients?
There's a few places. There's one deli, Italian deli, which do good cold cut meats, but you can't really get fresh mozzarella here. You can't really get fresh tomato sauce here. I mean, it's a decent quality. It's good. It's good. It still makes the pizzas good, very good.
Yeah.
But it's not any. I imagine in America it's better, and much better in Italy.
In Italy, it's the best. I would like with the farmers market and locally. Now here for sure, there's a lot of farmers markets, especially right now, like in Florida, there's a lot of farmers markets and in the summer in the Northeast, but it's similar sometimes where you can't get certain ingredients at certain times of the year.
Yeah.
It is hard. I use a couple of wholesalers for the fior di latte. and we use a really good, we use a sort of, he makes his own pizza sauce, or we'll use Mutti pizza sauce, which is really, really good. And we find that's definitely the best. But the tomatoes, when you're buying them to make your own sauce, it's like probably what you have there as well. They can be very nice, or they could be just no flavour or a bit too sour. So it's a bit hit and miss when he's trying to make his own sauce. It is difficult because I find the supermarkets here, they don't have I mean, the produce is nice, but it's not Italian. It's not the Mediterranean, sort of fresh vegetables, and but it's fine. It works, and the pizzas taste fantastic. So they would be just that bit better if we had that fresh, homegrown produce delivered to our door, which unfortunately we don't really have.
No.
No, it's difficult. It is difficult.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I mean, the pizzas still look next level and incredible. Now, the next thing I want to talk about, you guys have experienced tremendous social media growth. Sarah, do you manage the social media page?
Yeah. So I started it in 2020 when he started cooking during COVID. And it was just something for us to document what he was up to, like everybody else was doing. And then he joined a cooking club with Jamie Oliver, and he did quite a few videos for Jamie Oliver, which to one he shared on he was commenting on Rocco's cooking. That was amazing. And then it just went from there. We got some really gorgeous followers, some very loyal followers that some of them we've become really good friends with. It's the same sort of thing, that their kids are baking and cooking all around the world: Japan, Belgium, London, the States,
I would say
Australia.
after 2022, it hit 5,000 followers, and it went down a bit. It went down to 4,000.
It was hard,
It
yeah.
was staying in, it went up to 5,000, went back down, and then it plateaued for a good, how many, 3
Couple of years,
4 years?
maybe.
And then only since September, since I did that first event, it's just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
So crazy.
It's I mean, Instagram, social media is a crazy, crazy world, and I don't think you can ever rely on it 100%, because you just don't know what can happen. But we've built it up, and I've made sure that it's been with very nice, loyal followers. I mean, you don't know everybody that follows you, obviously, but we've had some amazing support from some really top chefs and people that have given us advice. And there's one particular lovely follower of ours, and she said to me a few years ago that you've got to keep consistent if you want to sort of succeed. You need to stick to a formula. You can't keep doing thousands of different things. And I took that advice. And I don't think it's until people really see you are serious about something that they actually catch on. And we started obviously doing the takeaway and the events. And I think that's when we caught everybody's eye, that he's now starting to he's really got a business going here, and he's 15. And then I put on about his epic fails, which went crazy, and it's now nearly on 16 million views. I would never in a million years have thought that was the one video. You can spend hours, as you know, putting things together. And
there's people at school who haven't listened to me, like, oh, follow me back now, follow me back. And I'm like, no chance.
It's gone crazy. Honestly, I would not have thought in a million years that'd be the one that took me 2 minutes to put together for a bit of a giggle, that's got everybody going. That's the one that's gone viral. Yeah, it's since that we've grown. I think we hit 10,000 followers at Christmas, and now we're nearly on 20,
nearly on 30 now.
Nearly on. Well, we're going on to 30. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's been crazy, but we've got some fabulous, as I say, fabulous followers who have really supported us from day one, and new followers that have come on who are just like, oh my gosh, we didn't know you existed, and we found you, and it's amazing. And it's also so nice for us to follow, them back, and to see other people's journeys and other young chefs' journeys, and pizzerias and pizzaiolos all around the world. And it just keeps you up to date with what's going on in the pizza world, because, this is brand new to us. This is brand new to me. So there's a lot to learn, and it's an amazing tool and platform to have to keep each other going and to have that community.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Chef, when you're at school, does everyone at school know about, your pizza journey and that you're a pizza maker?
I think by now, yeah. Some people call me Chef Rocco. They don't even call me my real name, call me my name. They call me Chef Rocco 10.
Wow.
"Oh, follow me back, shout me out." And I'm like, "If you pay me, then maybe."
Yeah, an influencer, right? You have the following now.
Yeah, it's mental. It's absolutely crazy. It's just gone up, and people who didn't even care before, they suddenly like, "Oh, I've seen that video. You got 15 million views."
It is a crazy world. Social media is definitely a crazy, crazy, crazy place, isn't it? And I feel like you've got to know how to manage it as well, because when you went viral, you also get, some comments you don't want on there,
Yeah.
that's why every parent should
I
be.
thought they were quite funny.
He thought they were funny, but I was like, no, 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 that's coming off there. So, it's difficult because I feel like, when you go viral, which I never thought we would in a million years, that's also another side of what comes with it. So, every parent who's got kids on social media needs to be looking at those accounts at all times to make sure, you just don't know. So I think when he's 18, I will hand over the Instagram back to him and he
Yeah.
can carry it
Listen,
on.
I still watch my daughters because she, models clothes and stuff like that, and so she's about to be 19, and I still am, like, looking at her comments even though she's an adult, just as her mom.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Absolutely. It's a different place to where when we were young, we didn't have social media, we didn't have mobile phones. And now, we all know it can be a very good place and also a really, difficult place as well. But yeah, it's going in the most amazing direction. It's where we wanted to be. We never thought we'd ever get to this amount of followers, and it's just growing and growing and growing. And we're getting some, amazing loyal support from everybody, which I think sort of helps in his journey as well to, keep him going and like, keep trying different things.
Yeah, and is there something that you want people to know that they wouldn't necessarily know from just looking, at the social media or something like that?
About Rocco or about yeah, I would say that since he was little, he's always been passionate about different things. He wanted to be a pilot when he was between the ages of 4 and probably 10. He had this whole setup in his bedroom, for his birthdays. He used to buy him like what was it?
Like the pilot stuff.
The pilot, what do you call it?
The yoke.
The yoke. And he had the whole PC and he used to sit and fly us everywhere. He was so passionate. And I was actually quite surprised when that kind of dwindled away, because I did really think that he was going to be a pilot or a chef. And he's obviously gone down the chef route. But
He could still be a pilot.
he
So.
could still be a pilot, absolutely.
Totally could.
It'd be a great combo, that. Yeah, absolutely. You could do pizza pop-ups on the plane. But just that he's a very, very, what's the word? Very passionate individual and hardworking, and very kind and funny. He does drive me mad at times, though. It's not.
Drive me mad sometimes.
But yeah, he said we work well together, and it's been an amazing journey. Very proud of him. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And chef, I wanna know about, what does the future look like for you?
I hope it looks very good. Hope it looks very bright. I want to be an entrepreneur, so I'm going to pursue this. Hopefully, I can take this as far as I can take this, and continue to do this for as long as I can take, as long as I continue to love it. And hopefully, it's very, very bright.
You have a chain of rest pizzerias.
Chain of pizzerias.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, on TV, I have my own television show.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It seems like you have all the components to get to your goal.
Hopefully.
Yeah, of course. Now, for people who don't know, what is the easiest way to find you guys?
Instagram,
Yeah.
Chef Rocco 10.
And
Okay,
then
good.
TikTok.
Yeah, I've also got TikTok, Chef Rocco 10, Chef Rocco 10.6, which I only started December. I'm already on 1,100 followers. It's crazy. It's just skyrocketed up.
Yeah, so I think the main platform is Instagram.
Yeah.
And people
Okay,
do say
Instagram.
you've been, it's just having the time to so he does his own TikTok. I don't get involved in the TikTok side of things. YouTube, because I have my own travel business, so it's really hard for me to kind of, it takes up a lot of time. So when I wake up early, I'll do his reels and I'll do all his social media. I'll do my own social media. So to do anything more is just a bit too, too time consuming at the moment. But we'll see what happens, social media wise, and whether we need to go down YouTube, which maybe we should. But the best way is Instagram.
great. So, guys, go follow him. He's at Chef Rocco 10, CHEF ROCCO number 10. Follow his journey. This is absolutely incredible. He's started at such a young age and just makes these amazing pizzas. And I know that I'm very, very excited to see where you're going to go and where this is going to take you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Of course. Thank you guys so much for being on the podcast. I enjoy talking to both of you, and I'm a fan. This is one I'm going to follow and share and tell my people to follow. This is a great account, and what you're doing is incredible.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so
for having
much.
us on. We really appreciate
It's been a
it.
pleasure.
Thank you. And hopefully we'll come to New York soon. See you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you guys are ever in the
You love
state,
come out me.
let's do pizza tour.
Absolutely. We'd
Yeah.
love that. We'd love a New York pizza tour. Definitely. Definitely. Thank you.